Nocterra, issue number 8 from Image Comics. So first of all, this cover is kind of deceptive, assuming that this is not Val's group made to look like the silhouettes, the Nocturnes. If it's not, and it's supposed to be the Nocturnes, yeah, like I said, it's kind of deceptive because they only appear for like 2 panels. But I'll get to that a little bit later. So we start off with a dude covered head to toe, and he's running towards Fort Speed, and he's being chased by some of the shades. So he's, banging on the doors. He wants them to let him in, and the inhabitants let him in just as the shades are showing up. They welcome him in. They kind of explain the fort, and then talk about how everyone helps each other out and stuff like that. And you can probably guess where this is going. He starts shooting everybody. He starts shooting everyone. He blasts everyone and pulls off his mask, and it turns out that it's Blacktop Bill. So I was kind of confused about why the shades are going after Blacktop Bill in the beginning. I know like he was being chased at first by the shades, and he used that to get himself inside of the fort. But I mean, does that mean that he communicated with the shades and he asked them, "Hey, pretend that you're chasing me so that I can make this look more real"? Or are they actually chasing him? Because later on, he does get attacked legitimately by shades. And I thought the whole thing about him being the silhouette thing is that the shades don't do anything to him. The shades leave him alone. The shades like ignore him. Because we've had that mentioned earlier, where the shades don't touch him because he's one of these nocturnes. But apparently that's not the case now. So I kind of wish that they would explain it. Like, why would the shades now be able to go after him? Again, like here, it looks like, okay, maybe he was just using the shades to be able to make his cover story even better so he can get inside and murder everyone. Which then just begs the question if he can communicate with shades and order them around. But then later on, like I said, he legitimately gets attacked by shades. So then I'm just kind of wondering what the rules are for that. But yeah, then we cut to Val and her group, or what's left of her group, because some of them died in the last issue. And Val, in the last issue, explains that she wants to go after Blacktop Bill. She believes that Blacktop Bill has information on where they can find Eos, or what the location where they're able to bring back the sun. She believes that Blacktop Bill has the information that can lead them closer to their destination and their goal of bringing the sun back. And then we have Emery, and this part kind of just made me laugh just because of how I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it's just, Emery's being a sad sack. He's all being broody and depressed. He's away from the rest of the group, and then he's just kind of looking out the windows into the darkness, and they ask him if he's okay, and he's like, I don't know, like ever since I've been healed, I still feel like I have a connection to the shades. Like I hear whispers from them, and the whispers have been getting louder. I've been trying to ignore them, and I think they're saying something. I think they're getting ready for something. They're building an army. And then it has a panel, it's like a close-up of his face, and the shadows and lights are bouncing off of it, and his stoic expression, and it's all like serious. And they ask him, an army for what? He's like, for war. And I just kind of laughed because I was like, well, what else would you build an army for? Are the shades going to build an army so that they can, drop a bunch of relief packages everywhere? Or like, why else would this monstrous group that's been attacking everyone and everything since their inception be building a giant army for? Oh, they just wanted an army to defend themselves. Their hashtag not all shades. It's just, I don't know. It's a cliche line, and just the way that it's done, it's just so. It reminds me of something straight out of South Park, where South Park will do something so overly dramatic that it becomes comedic. And that's kind of the whole point, is that it's so funny that it becomes sad. It's so over the top and serious that it becomes satire. And that's what this panel just reminded me of. It's just like, he's brooding, he's staring out into the darkness, and then he turns around, and you have the close up of. Well, actually, he doesn't turn around. He just continues staring, and we just have a reverse shot, and you see the shadows dancing across his face and his stoic expression as he's just staring off into the darkness. And he tells them that they're building an army. What are they building an army for? For war. And I'm just like, okay, well, yeah. Again, like, why else would you build an army? But then we cut to the Nocturnes, and we cut to the only 2 panels that we see of them. And the Nocturnes have a new leader, and his leader is also Bill. So they call him William just so, we don't confuse him with Blacktop Bill. But yeah, his name is also Bill. And Bill is talking to this naked dude out in the sunshine with a bunch of mushrooms. And I'm just kind of wondering, why is this dude naked? Why is he freeballing? I mean, I guess if you're out in the sun and there's no one else around you, then, might as well just hang loose. Maybe it has to do with these giant mushrooms over here. Maybe he took some of these mushrooms and he decided to go on some kind of crazy, trip. And, that's why he took the clothes off. I don't know. But, maybe he just doesn't want any tan lines. But whatever it is that he's doing, he's freeballing out in the sun. And it's kind of like, oh, so this is the place that Val and her group are trying to track down, I would guess. The place with all the sunlight. And maybe they're trying to find this location so that they can figure out how this place is able to get sunlight so that they can bring it to the rest of the world. But either way, he's talking to the new Nocturne leader, and basically he tells him, I need you to track down Blacktop Bill. I need you to track him down, and I need you to eliminate him. I need you to kill him before anyone in the Inner Sanctum hears about him going rogue or hears about the journal. We can't allow anyone else to find this area. We can't allow anyone else to bring back the sun. So track him down and kill him. And then speaking of Blacktop Bill, we cut to him where we find out why he's hitting all these forts and draining them of their power. He has one fort member left alive, and he forced him to divert all the power into this helmet that looks a little bit like the Ant-Man helmet mixed with, is it Cerebral? I can't remember the name. The helmet in the X-Men that Professor X uses a lot to magnify his powers, and that he kind of uses to track down other mutants and stuff like that. I forgot what the hell it was called. But that's what it looks like. It looks kind of like a mix between those two. It looks pretty badass. But anyways, he puts it on. And what happens when he puts it on and directs all these this electricity and stuff and power into it is he's able to talk to the king of the shades, the leader of the shades, which looks like this giant Lovecraftian looking creature. He's asking them, like, what do you want? Why are you coming here? And then the creature says something. I don't understand what the hell it's talking about, but it hurts Blacktop Bill. He has to yank the helmet off, and he's bleeding from every orifice from his face, like his eyes, his nose, his mouth. And I'm gonna stop it there. I don't want to spoil anything else, but I will say that the rest of the issue gets pretty interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing where they're gonna go with next. Like, I wasn't really expecting that to happen. I will say that this issue overall, though, is I don't know if I want to. Maybe it is short because we get like 6 pages of a 6-page preview of another series called Bloodstained Teeth, and I don't know if because we have the sneak preview, they cut into this issue, like the amount of pages that this issue has, because this issue reads really, really fast. Like, I got through this issue in like a couple of minutes, which I don't know if many out there will enjoy. It's kind of funny because I've actually been reading some Silver Age comics. I've been reading some comics from the 70s lately, and like those comics take me a while to get through because they pack a lot into one issue. Whereas nowadays, comics seem to like, it's like the prices go up, and then it feels like you read through them way too quickly. Like by the time you start, it's already over. So I don't know, but I don't know if this issue is just shorter because of that. I don't know if it's shorter because I'll say not much happens. I don't know if that's the word I want to use, but I'm gonna go with it. There's not that much action. Maybe like 2 panels worth of action. Yeah, we don't really not much happens, but what does happen is very important. So it's one of those where it's like you can't really skip this issue, because if you were to skip this issue and go from issue 7 to issue 9, I feel like you're gonna be lost. You're gonna lose a lot. You're gonna be like, why the hell is this happening? Why is this and this? I don't want to say anything more because I don't want to spoil it. But it feels like this not a lot happens, but what does happen is very important, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I don't know how you guys would feel about that. Compared to all the other issues, it's kind of subpar. And the other thing that I don't care for is the fact that it feels like we're maybe heading in a different direction with this series. The series started off as basically like Mad Max meets Pitch Black, or Darkness Falls, if anyone remembers that movie, where it was basically like post-apocalyptic, a lot of truck and car themes, a lot of car chases, but instead of like people chasing each other, it was more of like monsters chasing people. I mean, we did have Blacktop Bill chasing our main character. So yeah, the first few issues had a lot of this like Mad Max Fury Road and the superior Mad Max the Road Warrior feel. And now it doesn't really anymore. Now it feels like the trucks are just kind of like a add-on to the story, and they're not like the main focus. Like I wouldn't say they were the main focus, but it did focus a lot on the trucks and the chases and stuff. And now there's not really that much of that, which is kind of a shame. I mean, there was a little bit in the last issue, but not all that much. And yeah, I mean, like the thing that interested me about this was that this was basically Mad Max as a horror story. And I was like, oh, that's badass. Like, I want to read that. And now it's not anymore. So we'll see where it goes. We'll see if they'll bring back some of that, Mad Max car battle kind of stuff. But yeah, again, issue number 8, it was one of the weaker issues. I'll still say the weakest. Well, I don't know if I would call it part of the weakest because it's not part of the main line. Well, yeah, it's the Blacktop Bill origin story. That was the weakest issue in the group. I'll say this is up there, though. This was a pretty weak issue compared to all the other ones. Not a lot happens. What little does happen, though, is very important. There you go. Nocterra, issue number 8. Kind of a dip in the series. Hopefully the next issue will rebound. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope to see you next time. Take care, everybody. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for a notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlists that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.